Okay, I think we're about as ready as we're gonna get. I'm gonna be using polished granite in this build as my building palette. I spoke to one of our other members, Phoenix, and when he was doing the sorting system for the Guardian farm, he brought up that he... What? Stop ruining my shot. So when he was building the Guardian farm, what he opted to do was use polished diorite, since he's not going to use that for anything, to put his redstone on so he knows not to break it. And I remember with the furnace, I used strictly stone. I can see where that could get confusing. And I should probably sleep for this. But I'm pretty sure what we've got everything that we need. Ain't nobody got time for that. Someone else will sleep. Maybe. No, I should definitely sleep. But so the basic premise behind this is I think we're just going to work from the bottom, get up to the top, and hopefully that works out for us. I've grabbed one extra empty shulker box for the filling in of this, and I think that it should go smoothly. What I need to do is definitely break this and probably this. Yes, I know this isn't the correct tool. Get mad at me later. Okay, so let's go down. How do I get down there? Maybe if I fly, I can squeeze down there. Come on, let me in. Come on. You want to? No? Okay. Doorway. That's the proper way to do this. So, what we're going to have to do is we're going to need to put some granite there, break that one, and put a hopper running down here. That's going to be the hopper that will fetch all of the shulker boxes as they get broken, and I'm just going to have them all meet up into the center, and then they will go to wherever the storage system for empty shulkers is going to be at. From there, we're looking at a comparator reading off of that, aimed this way. It's getting the reading, and it has the unlit nose. So from there, we need a regular piston aiming downward, and we'll extend. We will need a observer facing this way, I believe. No, that doesn't make sense. It needs to be able to read the piston extending. Come on. You act like this is our first time. So we do that, and then we will do some granite there to supply the power. We need to go back up top. Let's go ahead and get us a stairway going right here. Yeah, that'll work. So from there, let's get us a sticky piston set right here with an observer facing up, a sticky piston right here. So this should kind of give you an idea of what's going to happen right here. We've got an idea to get rid of the slimes. So from there, we have a couple things that need to happen. This is probably the more difficult spot just because it does go over the edge here, and I might actually build up a platform when we go to do the rest of it, but I just wanted to hop right into this and get going. So we've got that there. We're then going to need a regular piston here and an observer reading off of that. So what's going to happen is this will fire that and this, and then this observer will read that firing, we'll have... Let me up. Get out of my way. There we go. Let's see. Let's go back up top. Okay. So, 2 facing up like that. I also want to point out that that is amazing. So do you guys remember in 1.12 that these would just fire when you place them? And it would just cause things to go all over the place and always got really annoying? I feel like that's something that's just like kind of lost in this update, that you don't really notice it until you want to notice it. But let's see. We're going to put a hopper there and a hopper there. And that will be the only point in this entire thing that you should be able to see the hopper is going to be through that glass. Okay. Let's get ourselves a stair here and there so we can get up here. And I think let's not get rid of our light source just because there are solid blocks there. So, get rid of that. And now we will grab our chests. Let's get rid of the cobblestone and start building those up. So I think that should do it. There we go. We'll get our our hoppers off of that. Let's put a block there so that we can put that into the side there. And then we need a stair block above that, which I forgot to grab. So let me go grab that. Okay, so let's put a redstone lamp right there, and we will put our upside down stair right there so that this chest can still be opened but still be somewhat inconspicuous. And then we will put one of our building blocks there, and then we need to find a way up to here. We're going to need to put a comparator right here with a building block right there. We're going to need a building block below with a comparator out of it. And I will, once I get all of this kind of constructed, I'll give you guys kind of a rundown of what's actually happening here. And then I'm also going to supply the link to Ilmango's video where he kind of goes into explaining how all this works. So we've got all of that, and now I need to put water in the cauldron. The water in the cauldron acts as a strength of power 4. I just tried to pick that up with a hopper. There we go. So we've got our bucket of water. So for those that don't know, cauldrons, when pushed into a comparator, supply power, and that will act as a way of lighting up our redstone lamp. So that should take care of that. We will need a dropper right here, I believe. Let's see. No, we're going to need a dropper on top of the cauldron. So let's get the dropper there. And then we will need a dispenser on top of that. Boom. And then let's build our way around here. So we're going to put a hopper right here. And then we are going to put a building block right here. And a hopper right here. And this is going to act as our source of shulker boxes. So for this to work, we're definitely going to need a refillable shulker box setup. Wonder if there's a better way to place that. Let's see. I mean, that's how it would place it. But for now, I want to do that because I could open it down. Yeah, that'll work for me. So this hopper will stretch all the way down, and as one of these uses up a shulker box, it will then reload it up, fetch the next one. And that's a system that we haven't quite figured out how we're going to do it yet. But let's build up off of this. We're going to need a hopper going into it from the side. And then we're going to need an observer right here so that we can hopper into the side of that observer as well. Heard the click there. So we need a repeater on no ticks at all, just one tick long right here. A sticky piston on top of that, aimed upward. An observer right here. And a slab. The only slab in this entire thing, so I may have actually completely overdone it on slabs. Right there. A sticky piston right there. And a hopper into the side of that. Alright, so that will act as the shulker box loader. We're going to need a block right here. We're going to need a comparator right here. And where's my redstone dust? Block right there. And then dust. Yeah, that looks good. That takes care of the bulk of this build. We're then going to need a repeater there on 2 ticks. A dropper, I believe, facing downward, but I'm not entirely sure if that actually matters. But just for... Oh! That was terrifying. Let's not let that happen again. We're making quite the mess here. Maybe I should invest into proper scaffolding blocks. So let's do a dropper, not like that. Would you try to take my dropper like that? Okay. How about we do a dropper into that? Yeah, that'll work. Boom. Followed by a hopper. Boom. I need another dropper right there. Boom. And then another hopper into that. So this is where we're about to wrap up the build. We're going to do a little T shape here. Boom. See if we can make this work. Let's go ahead and jump down here. We're going to go boom, boom. And just judging by that shape, I'm sure you guys can figure it out. We're adding on an item sorter up here. So we are going to add a repeater right here. We'll get the rest of our redstone dust going on right here, and a comparator pulling out right here. Let's see if we can make this little move. Can I get... Boom. That work? Yeah, we got it on. So we've now got the sorter up. We need to put a block here and a block here. And we need to get... Am I out of hoppers? Oh, I put one in the water. Dang it. But what I think we're going to do here is I need to do a hopper into here and then a hopper right there. So let's clean this up, and then I will kind of show you guys what we've built here and how it actually works. Okay, so a little word of warning. Do not build the scaffolding blocks that you're using out of the same block that you're using as the blocks that are supposed to be not broken, because you will break something that isn't meant to. But that is the entire system. It's a bit crazy. And then we got a little bit of room in the back so that we can add in some like little scaffolding things for maintenance if we do decide anything got broken. But here's the gist of it. What we have here is our bulk storage. This is where the shulker boxes are going to go into the chest so that they could be easily accessible anytime we need a full shulker box of stuff. This, though, is a nice addition to it that allows you to take just a couple items out of it if you need it, kind of use it as a normal storage system at the same time. And I feel like that's really something ideal for this. So what it basically does is, when this is empty, it will then tell this piston, hey, there's no power here, retract it, and that will cause an update here, causing this piston to push up and push out and break this shulker box, therefore leaving some room for this to then dispense another one, which this observer here will do by, when it moves, it'll cause a moving update and say, hey, you're receiving power, but come back fast enough that it then says, hey, there's nothing in the spot where the shulker box should go. So that's the gist of this lower portion. That was probably the biggest pain in our butt in the whole thing. So then we move on to up here, and we've got this is the storage system portion, and what's going to happen here is this top hopper here, if it starts to fill up with items, this comparator will then read, hey, this hopper's full, and shoot off this cauldron into the comparator and put on the light, therefore letting us know, hey, we need to keep an eye on this. And I just realized that that's a little bit high for our area. Maybe I should lower this by 1. Would that mess it up? Yeah, it would, because you wouldn't be able to open that up. Okay. That's something to think about. We might just kind of have to give us a little more room up here. But I don't think we can raise this whole platform, and we can't. This is as low as we can get this going. Maybe lose another chest. Okay. Small oversights, not a big deal. We will make do. Alright, so outside of that, we've then got our shulker box loader. And what this will do is, once this is full, this will say, hey, this is full. Send a power through this hopper into this piston breaking the shulker box, causing a spark of power to kind of cycle this through and give power to this dispenser to then put a new shulker box in place. And then at the top, we have our normal item filter. So whatever item we want to go through will be added into this system. That way it can slowly make its way through this whole process. So I think what I'm going to do is lower this by 1. So then we're only going to have 2 double chests for shulkers. But I think that's going to be enough, because that's 56, 112 shulker boxes full of items. Yeah, that should be plenty. So what we need to do now is test it. So do I have a junk chest? I've got 2 right here since we took those out. Let's throw all of my junk into here. And we also saved some hoppers since we had to do it that way. Let's take all of this out. And yes, I have put one that is not filled with glass in there just so that I could test this out. Alright, so it popped off. It's in the hopper, and that is in there. So let's refill this back up. Break that. Throw it into here. And take everything out of here. You guys, that's awesome. Okay, so this portion works. Now we need to test the top. Let's go grab some stone. Alright, let's throw that into there just so that we can test it. And let's throw in, let's not fill it up entirely because I do want to test it out, because it's not going to do it till it's 100% full. So let's throw that into there. No. Oh, wait. 2, 3. There we go. All right, let's take that out of there, clean that up. Let's pop that out. I'm assuming it went down into the system, but that worked like a charm. So all that will leave for us to set up once we get to the point of it. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't think there's any point in setting up a filter yet, not till I have everything built up. Plus the filter will be something easy to throw together when we get to it. So let's take that, and it all flowed through the system. So what this is going to unfortunately mean for the way that this is built, though, is that you're looking at 9, 10, 15, 20 shulker boxes filled with stuff before it even starts to overflow into this, which is a bit unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. I think that's something that's it's okay to have to deal with that. And then we're looking like we're probably going to have to switch that block out to something else, even though it is a part of this build, just to make it blend in a little better. Okay, so that's the first one done, and if you guys want a better explanation or just want to see the tutorial that I'm kind of following for this, I'll leave a link to ilmango's video in the descriptions below. And aside from that, I think it's time that we go ahead and start building this. So I'm going to do a time lapse, hopefully, of this build. Not sure exactly how easy it's going to be, just because we're in a very awkward spot, but we're going to try our best to make it work. And yeah, we are currently using the snapshot, so we're not on 1.13. I think we're on like 18W31B or something like that right now. Maybe that was the one before this. I can't remember anymore. Can't keep track. But this one is doing a whole lot better. The old one, we were glitching through every block left and right. Now it seems to be running really well. That being said, we still don't have Optifine or Forge. So unfortunately, I want to be playing around with the replay mod so I can try to get more dynamic time lapses for you guys. But until then, we're going to do our best with the camera account. So I will get this started and I will catch you guys as soon as we finish this up.
Leave me here, you were never good enough. Won't change a thing now, there was never trust. Don't you say a word, cause I've heard it all. You were just pain when you felt it all. Oh. Something tells me that I won't miss it. It's the first time that we can't fix it. It's irreversible damage done. The thrill is gone. Ooh, baby, there ain't no one like you. You chose to keep the truth inside. Ooh, baby, keep my all to you. All you did was tell me lies. Something tells me that I won't miss it. It's the first time that we can't fix it. It's irreversible damage done. The thrill is gone. Once you leave me, it's over. No turning back, not today. Don't you come running back now. I'm not a home for the shame. Something tells me that I won't miss it. It's the first time that we can't fix it. It's irreversible damage done. The thrill is gone. Ooh, baby, there ain't no one like you. You chose to keep the truth inside. Ooh,
Well, this is awkward. So, I finished this. It's beautiful. I stand right here just to AFK, grab a sandwich. I'm hungry. I took a really long time building that. My levels are gone. A zombie snuck up on me and let me know he wasn't having this. That I am encroaching on his territory and that he was going to steal all my levels for it. So, yeah, we're running a bit low now. I didn't think I'd be saying that again for quite a while. It looks like we're going to be back there again. But I kept all my gear and apparently have an arrow in my head again. So, here's the deal. Kind of wanted to just run you guys through this. There's not too much testing that I can do to this just yet because I don't have enough shulker boxes to actually do anything with it yet. But I've got some questions for you before I wrap out the episode on this, because this has been a couple days in the making at this point. How do you feel about the size? I mean, it's a bit late now. It's kind of already done, but I'm liking it. I think the lamps right at the top will be okay, and we might be able to pull something off, like maybe a upside down prismarine stair or something there to hold up the redstone dust. Oh, but then it wouldn't transfer the power. Okay, we're gonna have to think about that. But the block choice I'm pretty set on. I do need to get enough shulker boxes here because I didn't have enough for this, and I'm really hoping that it's not gonna break it because all of these are the same as the other one, but it does not have this extended part, so I'm a bit worried that's gonna break that. And if you paid attention to the time lapse, you probably saw that I misfired a couple of things, but I'm sure it's going to be fine. And then we set all this up. It looks great. We went back, we checked all of the droppers, make sure it didn't have anything that we didn't want into it, and made sure we checked all of the dispensers, make sure that they looked good. So I'm feeling comfortable about this. I want to give it a little quick fly around if I can. Let's see. Oh. First time, lag helps us out. Yeah. That's it. This thing... Wow. Okay, no more flying. This thing's awesome. So, things that haven't been done yet. I need to get some shulker boxes for this. We also need to decide what items are going into this half, since we've decided that half but not this half. And then, the one thing that I did do differently is I set this side up to be anything that does not get included in on this for the time being. So my thought behind that is, if it's not included in this, it being into those double chests inside a shulker box beats it being out here. Is that a stupid mindset? Okay, well, we're going to probably play around with that. The thought was that we were going to go end raiding tomorrow. Like, that was going to be the next episode that you guys got. It was just going to be a giant montage of end raiding. But, again, if you're paying attention to this, the chat that I so obliviously left on the screen, you noticed that Timmy has other plans, and he wants to get up a wither farm. And that's something that I really want to do. I've never built a wither farm before, a wither skeleton farm, and I think it would be a lot of fun. So what we're going to do instead is I'm going to call this episode done. We've spent quite a bit of time getting this all set up, and I want to get this out to you guys as soon as possible. And probably later tonight or tomorrow, we're going to be meeting up with Timmy and Jamie and whoever else wants to help join in building that. And we're going to build another mega farm. I don't know if it's going to be as mega as that farm. I don't know if anything can be as mega as that farm. Who knows? But I need a beacon. I need a beacon something awful. So I will be doing that next episode. So if you guys want to hop into that, don't forget to like this video, and you can subscribe and you'll be notified when that happens. Other news, I still have the Twitter that I just opened up. So once I get that all kind of ironed out, we're going to start relying on Twitter a little bit more often. Hope that we can kind of let you guys know a stream's going live, because that's something I really want to get into. And I wanted to ask you guys a question. So, as far as streams go, would you guys prefer for streams to be their own entirely, own entire thing? Or would you prefer for me to do streams and try to record what I did in the stream and make episodes out of that? I don't know if that's something that interests you, but I also don't want to have plot holes in my series if people catch them a little bit later on. So I'd love your opinions on that, and I think that's just about it for the day. I hope you guys had an awesome time watching this. I know I had an awesome time recording it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. That was weird.